Chapter 12. I had $2 and a cell phone. The only people I trusted to help me were Grayson and Remy. Even though this problem originally stemmed from Caleb's trophy, I didn't see how he could help. Grayson and Remy had resources at their disposal. I dug into my pocket and extracted my phone. Through my blurry vision, I was able to decipher Grayson's name in my contact list. I pressed it and waited.
Fiona Watkins speaking. How may I help you?
I squinted at the phone to make sure I'd dialed properly.
Hello?
She asked. Is Grayson there? I asked, confused.
Yes, he is. He can't take your call.
I need to speak with him. It's urgent.
I'm sorry, Nadia, but he's busy and has to concentrate on work right now. He doesn't have time to spend with you.
How did you know it was me?
Caller ID. Please don't call again.
She said in a pleasant voice and hung up. I rolled over on my back in defeat. Something squishy pressed into my back. Propping myself up on my elbow, I whimpered. I didn't need eyesight to tell me what I'd just rolled in. Even though my sinuses were haywire, the stench was enough to reveal dog poop. If I wasn't already crying from the pepper spray, I'd be crying over the dog poop patty stuck to my back. I fumbled with my phone and dialed Remy.
Fiona Watkins speaking. How may I help you?
Where's Remy?
Grayson's and Remy's calls are being forwarded to me.
Fiona said.
Don't bother trying to call Steffi next. She's under strict orders not to let any personal phone calls through.
You're blocking your boss's personal phone calls?
I've been charged with the task of helping Grayson get his casino in order. He needs to focus on work, not other people's personal problems.
Sudden panic jolted me. Where's Maya?
How should I know? She's probably at home.
Didn't she talk to Grayson this morning?
No, I sent her away. Grayson has important work to do. Not that I could expect a poker player to understand.
She said and hung up. I heard the call end with the finality of a door slamming shut. I cried, adding to my already streaming tears. Maya was a sitting duck for Daegor. I had no money, nowhere to go, and Grayson was blinded by a miniskirt and heels. And I had a back full of dog poop. I don't know how long I was on the ground crying and wiping my nose with my shirt collar. I was a disgusting mess, but there was nothing I could do. My sinuses were draining faster than I could wipe them.
Nadia.
I was able to see Sergio running into my line of vision. Beyond grateful, I wanted to give him puppy kisses all over his face for finding me. But I was covered in my own slime, so I was pretty sure he wouldn't be too thrilled. Plus, it might cross the friendship line I wanted to keep on the straight and narrow.
Honey, are you okay?
Sergio asked, kneeling next to me. He brushed a trailing tear away. I shook my head. Kat sprayed me with pepper spray. I feel like crap, and there is crap on the back of my shirt.
I wondered what smelled.
He said. I wanted to laugh hysterically at the ridiculous situation, but I couldn't. Every inch of my upper body was burning out of control.
Take off your shirt. You can wear mine until you're able to change clothes.
He said, tugging his shirt off. Turn around. When he turned around, and I was pretty sure there was no possible way he could see me, I eased out of my shirt, making sure none of the poop traveled anywhere else. I slipped on his plain black t-shirt. Since Sergio wasn't much taller than I was, the shirt nearly fit. You can turn around. I'm decent. Thank you for your shirt. What should I do with mine?
Why don't you leave it here? We wouldn't want to be charged with poop theft.
Ordinarily, I might object to discarding a shirt in someone's yard, but it was covered in poop, and I felt like poop. I dropped the shirt unceremoniously onto the ground. How did you find me? I asked as he steered me to his truck.
Daegor gave me your location and ordered me to abduct you.
I froze in my spot.
Come to the truck. I have some treated wipes that'll take the chemical burn away.
Why? So you can bring me to Daegor?
My little poker chip, do you believe I bring you to Daegor?
You did once. He sighed and turned toward his truck. I stood there waiting for him to leave me stranded or to come back with a weapon and force me into the truck. Either way, I was in no shape to run away. My peppered lungs wouldn't carry me a block. He rummaged around on the truck's passenger side. I hoped whatever weapon he picked out wouldn't hurt too much. My hands still ached from my Daygor walloping. He kicked the truck door shut and returned.
Close your eyes.
He instructed. I followed his command and squeezed my eyes shut. A cool cloth soothed my pepper-irritated eyelids, then traveled around my eyes and nose. He wiped the surfaces of my face, neck, and arms. The burning began to dull.
Open your eyes.
I opened them to see he was staring directly into my eyes, inspecting them.
Are you able to use eye drops?
I nodded, and he handed me a small bottle.
Make sure to flood the eye so it completely washes and drains.
I tilted my head back and squeezed the bottle for the drops to fall. My eyelid blinked the solution away. I was able to drip enough into each eye to relieve some burning.
You can take a shower at my place. You'll feel better.
No, I'm not going. You'll take me to Daygor.
I promise you I won't.
Sergio coaxed me to the truck. I instantly believed him. Something about Sergio felt warm and comfortable while he was wiping away the pepper spray. I climbed into his truck, and he hopped in. I didn't ask him where we were headed when he pulled from the curb, though I assumed it was to his apartment. I either had to trust him or jump from the truck and run. I wasn't about to jump.
I could never hurt you. I hope you know that.
Sergio said as he drove.
I couldn't bring you to Daygor for him to hurt you either. What happened was an accident. I was supposed to take you to Daygor's yesterday, but I wasn't going to. He jumped the gun and trailed us. I tried to lose him in the tight alley. I had no idea it was a dead end. I was going to come and get you. I knew Daygor wasn't going to kill you right then and there, but I didn't know how brutally he was going to treat you. I drove home to ditch the moped and grab my gun. I should have had it on me, but I was afraid you would notice. The moped doesn't allow for concealed weapons. I keep kicking myself for not being prepared. When I returned home, I found I had an unwanted visitor pointing a gun at my head, and there I was without a gun.
He shook his head. I didn't say anything. I wasn't even sure what to say. I didn't know this side of Sergio. I only knew bits and pieces, but it didn't create a full picture. Luckily, he was only after the trophy and not my life. He left without wasting too much valuable time, but threatened to be back. You don't even know how relieved I was. Not only that he spared my life, but that I was able to come and find you,
Nadia, this is all new to me.
he confessed.
My life before this wasn't guns and secret trophies. My life revolved around my mundane private investigations. It's mostly digging through files and data. I've never had to use a gun during investigations, but I have been pepper sprayed before, which is why I'm always prepared. Has the burning dulled yet?
Yes, it's dulled down a lot, but it's still there.
It will be for some time. By tonight, you should feel nearly back to normal.
Thank you for helping me. I think the pepper spray was more horrifying than anything Daygor has done. I know Daygor wants me dead, so with him, I know what I'm fighting for. But the pepper spray caught me off guard. I couldn't see, and my eyes felt like they were boiling to the point of blistering. I had no idea where I was, and there was no one to help. For those first few minutes of coughing and wheezing, I was completely defenseless. Sergio reached over and squeezed my hand. He rested his hand on mine.
I know.
He said, "If this isn't your normal work, why are you here?"
It's hard to explain. When Daygor first found me, he assumed I was something more than what I am. I guess the Terminator nickname must have led him down this path of reasoning. But he wanted me to find you and bring you to him. I didn't know him, though I knew he wasn't on the up and up. When he said your name, I remembered I had heard of you from YouTube.
He smirked, remembering the video. I slapped his hand away from mine. Stupid video. He chuckled.
I won't bring it up again. Anyway, I said I'd get back to him. I investigated Dagor and found he was wanted by the police and the whole 9 yards. The next thing I knew, he was back in my office sweetening the deal with recovering the trophy. I took the job to stop him from hurting you and getting his hands on the trophy.
Why does everyone want the trophy? Sergio hesitated for a moment. I didn't know if it was because he didn't want to tell me or because we'd arrived at his place. He parked and killed the engine.
Let's go upstairs. Someone wants to see you, and then we can all talk.
Who wants to see me? I was leery about anyone who wanted to see me. All anyone wanted was the trophy, and I didn't have it. His lips curved into a smile, making his face friendly and warm. He could never be in the same classification of handsome as Grayson. Grayson was hotter than any advertisement model. Sergio had a handsome quality of his own, though. It just took time to see and appreciate it. I climbed out of the car. It didn't matter who wanted to see me. Sergio was on my side now, and I believe he wouldn't jeopardize that. I had to believe it. My list of allies was thinning with Grayson and Remy out of the picture. We crossed to the elevator. It was floor level and waiting for us with open doors. I stepped in and sought refuge farthest from Sergio. My senses were returning. I could see better and smell again, and the scent currently swirling my senses was from the shirt Sergio gave me. It had a scent I've never encountered. It was light, clean, and smelled a little like ocean air combined with citrus. The combination was intriguing. That, and Sergio was shirtless. Though Sergio was of a shorter stature, his tan chest and arms were sculpted. Not like a bodybuilder's physique, but more from everyday life. He wasn't bulky with rippling muscles. He was defined, toned, and smooth. It was disconcerting to see him this way. Before, he was awkward and annoying. Now he was genuine and intriguing. I hugged my side of the elevator, hoping he didn't come near me. I could see a smile twitch and play on his mouth. As the elevator door opened to his floor, he said,
You can relax. I know you want me, but you'll have to control yourself for a little while. At least until our visitor leaves.
My jaw swung open. Where did this ego come from? Sergio 1.0 would have never said that, even if he was teasing. I hustled out of the elevator. Do you have any other shirts I can borrow? I asked Sergio. I was already on my way to find one.
Yes, but what's wrong with the one you have?
It's a little itchy, I lied. Maybe some of the chemicals rubbed off on it. Damn, I'm a good liar. I even believed that one myself.
I'll find you an outfit to change into. You should take a shower to rinse off completely.
That would be wonderful. A shower would feel like heaven. His hand reached over and rested on the small of my back. Thankfully, we were only a few steps away from the door. He unlocked the door and let me in. My eyes scanned the room. The last time I was here, the room was filled to the brim with people. Now it was empty except for one. David,